Film banana.
No, I'll just keep that in right there. That's it. That's the intro. All right, big time.
Big time. Tom Waits. I loved it. I don't know. I'm going to say that off the rip. I don't know if you loved it or not.
Oh no, I'm a Tom Waits enjoyer.
Okay.
So this is like right up my alley.
Yeah.
I also like elaborate concert films like this.
Yes.
I don't think there are many that are this elaborate. So
Yeah, that Talking Head one came out 84? 84,
yeah,
I
it's not
believe.
making sense.
Yeah,
That
because
one.
last year was the 40th anniversary. That's when
Yeah.
they did a big movie tour. Honestly, that one probably pushed this one to be the way that it was, I would say. Because, I mean, people say... Also, that movie says that it's the greatest concert film ever made or whatever, the Stop Making Sense one.
Yeah.
I think the Tom Waits one was weird. It was fun.
Yeah,
The
I
music
think
was good.
I think Stop Making Sense is great, but Tom Waits is a very specific energy
Absolutely.
that comes across in this that just makes it its own beast.
Do you think that movie, before we get further into it, that like this movie, I don't think is for everybody because I
No.
don't think Tom Waits is like it's not everybody's cup of tea. Which is
No,
fine,
yeah,
which
I
is
mean
fine.
definitely not.
Do you think Stop Making Sense is the same way? Because I mean, you could say the Talking Heads is not everybody's cup of tea. Right?
Yeah, they're definitely more palatable. I think,
right.
Especially the songs they were playing in that concert film.
Yes.
I mean, if I recall, that's the same one where they do the two songs from God, what is the band called? Tom Tom Club.
Oh yeah.
That the bassist and the keyboard, the bassist and the drummer, and
Mhm.
yeah, and like the Genius of Love song, like they were doing pop, they were doing
Yeah.
like the poppier stuff.
Where this in Big Time was just like, I mean, it was mainly Rain Dogs. It was a big live album, and then Frank's Wild Years. Or
Yeah,
something
it's
that.
like
his '80s stuff, basically. I mean,
I'm not like I like a lot of Tom Waits, but I'm not like so in it that I'm familiar with like what the big albums are.
right.
You know, I mean, is he big enough to have like I mean, I know he's big, but is he like? Does he have a definitive big album? You know?
I actually do think it's Rain Dogs.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that, but I feel like it's like between like Rain Dogs and like it's called like Trombone Swordfish or something like that. There was like a trilogy, and the Rain Dogs one is in the middle.
All right.
Anyways, that
I'll
one
have
came
to
out.
look.
The number I had it earlier in my head, the number for the year that it came out, but I mean he's because his '70s stuff I'm pretty sure was like more folk driven, and then he met his wife, and she's like a big like writer, and like she's like influenced his music and like helped him write his music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And from the '80s forward is like when he just started getting just his broadening and like just being weird and funky and the Delta blues stuff and just all kinds of different
And that's
incorporations.
And that's where he's at in this movie, right?
Yeah, because I mean, '88 they'd been together almost a decade at that point, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, probably maybe longer. I don't know how long they dated, but that's not the point. But yeah,
That seems like that situation seems like the better outcome in like the John Lennon Yoko Ono situation.
oh yeah, you could. I guess you could draw that comparison for sure.
Yeah, because like she brought him into the weirder side of things. Like he's just a rock and roll boy, and then he was into like artsy stuff.
Yeah, the arts.
The thing about Yoko though is I like the Beatles a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not I learned pretty young that it's like blaming her for the Beatles breaking up is stupid, and
Okay.
and a lot of that's rooted in misogyny and just like racism against her because she's Asian.
Shit. Okay.
However, she is a freaking phony. Like she's not like she's like like it. All the Beatles breaking up aside, like she's a phony.
Just think she's just a poser.
Yeah, like just I don't know. It's that you know how people feel about like some modern art stuff, or like I'm gonna break the urinal and lay it on its side, and like now it's like which there's some merit to that, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't. It's not for everybody, I guess. But
you could say it's a different type of high art for that specifically.
yeah, okay. But so I think that like. Yeah, this is a side tangent, but
No, yeah.
I think with on the topic of like high art, I think high art makes more sense and is more impactful to me personally if I see that person can do like something conventional
Right.
well, because
Mhm.
then when they're doing high art, it's like okay, they're going outside of their box to still like
and they're trying to be like just grand and
Yeah,
larger
yeah.
than-
They're trying to give you the same feeling, but with something more minimal or like unconventional. But you kind of have to do the conventions first, I think. And Yoko cannot do conventional anything,
Right.
to my knowledge. Like
Would you say she's like a leftover of the bad part of the hippie era? Like trying to like get like moving forward, like the way that they were like making art and stuff like that. It was just
yeah. She's I don't know. I'm not a Yoko hater. I like her and John have the double Plastic Ono Band album.
yeah. Oh yeah, you're the one that told me about that. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, and some of the stuff on hers is pretty cool, I guess, but it's not really good because of her. And,
I see what you're saying.
And
yeah.
she had years of making music, with multiple members of the Beatles at her disposal, and maybe churned out 2 decent songs. The whole, I don't know. She's a phony.
Tough. Who's not a phony, at least to my knowledge. Tom Waits.
No, he's not. He's so authentic. Yeah.
Such his weird self. He had a lot. I feel like he had a large hand in how this was made because I looked into it.
I mean, he has. It feels like him.
Well, the director, the only movie that guy ever made.
Oh, okay.
Like, he was credited. I watched the credits twice because I loved that song "Big Black Mariah" at the end, with when it had the ticket counter. Anyways, the director was labeled as an art director for the film as well. I couldn't find a thing about him on the internet, really, except for I sent you that interview, which is on like a WordPress website. It's not even like
Oh, damn! I didn't even see that. What did you
yeah,
say that
it
to me?
was in between some joke I made, and then I said Lou Reed documentary. I was like, what the hell's my Amazon making me watch now?
Oh yeah. Okay.
It was sandwiched in between that, but
he did the "We Didn't Start the Fire" video.
that's right.
That's
right.
That's another thing.
He was just doing other music stuff, but he didn't like have like a big. He wasn't just some director that Tom Waits pulled in. I think he was just like a guy that Tom Waits had been working with. That he
Yeah,
knew
he's
or
just like
something.
in the scene,
And he
right?
was like the director. He like got because there's a cinematographer listed. All the normal beats are hit, but there's like 8 camera ops, right? Like the listed credits. Like this thing is it's more of an assembly of people. It feels like than like a movie production, which is obviously not the case because this is a full-fledged movie. It's not pieced together, yada yada yada. But it feels more of like the circumstances of like, all right, you're gonna have this job and you're gonna have this job for like other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm using a lot of stuffs, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I follow.
Because I tried to find him, and he's just listed on the internet as an art director. So I guess that's what he does is art stuff. Anyways,
Art man,
I'm yapping.
Art man, Chris Blood. He did a fantastic job art manning.
Art man, yeah. No,
So he's credited for art design, right?
yeah, it's an art.
So
yeah.
So maybe like some of the sets then like
yeah, they're like because they had the. Did you stick around for the credits or did you?
yeah.
I mean the cast. I mean the cast. The crew was much larger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's like
And the reason I say that is because I couldn't really find anything about the production of it.
No, I mean
Like the IMDb page doesn't have anything.
yeah, I was going to say normally if we're gonna talk about a movie on the podcast, I try to just look all over the internet, but I do go to the IMDb trivia to see what's there, and that's not like you can add anything on there.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes if I see something on that, I go fact check it elsewhere.
Yeah.
But there's nothing for this. Like
There's nothing.
all they have listed, the only thing other than like the cast and crew on the IMDb page is quotes from the movie, which I saved one of them because I liked it. He said some funny shit in this movie.
He's very funny in this movie. The breaks in between the songs I thought were
Yeah.
great. The way there's so much I like about this movie. There's so much I feel like people I don't feel like enough people have seen this to appreciate.
Yeah,
it. I could be wrong.
I didn't know it existed until you suggested.
You didn't know about it?
No.
This has
yeah.
been on my list for so long, dude.
Had you not seen it before
No,
this?
I've never seen it before this. It just looked weird, like weird movie, a weird concert film, and I was like, I want to watch that. I think Tom Waits is a cool guy. I like him in Jim Jarmusch. He was in Down by Law, which is a good movie. He was really cool. He's really great. And the way that this thing was shot, all the song choices, all of his costumes. What I did find, I know where I was going with that. what I did find was on the Wikipedia for the album for Big Time, the live record, which, by the way, is not the same track list as the movie. There's like they pulled filming locations from like 3 different shows, for 3 different cities in Europe or something like that during his '87 tour, and then like 2 additional performances or something like that from another thing. And that's like the only stuff about production I could find. It was just like where they filmed it, and it was on the information about the album for the movie. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It was like I don't know how I got there.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't know. So I wanted to try and follow along with what songs are being played.
Okay.
And so I looked up the Big Time album, but I realized that it's out of order and not the same songs. I guess because the album probably pulls from a bunch of different nights of the tour.
Yeah,
while the movie is only a couple.
Yeah, it's very specific performances. I'm assuming the ones that are not on the record. That's where the additional footage came from, because as you go through along with the songs, he changes several wardrobe changes.
Yeah,
clearly you can tell like these are different nights or whatever of like a show. Like he dressed up this way one night and he dressed up one.
Wouldn't it be crazy if he just made the audience wait?
Dude, that would be.
Like he plays 3 songs, goes backstage.
Hold on, everybody. I'll be right back. The stage design for what was your favorite? I can narrow it down like this, because if there's certain songs are sung in certain costumes, he's got like evil little like normal Tom Waits and his fedora and his little like blazer coat, and then there's the one in the full suit. There's 3 full suits. There's the black and red full suit, and then there's the white suit, and then there's one more suit. I can't remember. Maybe there's just the 2.
Which one is he wearing in the opening?
The black and red suit.
Yeah,
when he's like the devil down, keep the devil down in a hole and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes, that was my favorite.
Yeah, I was about to say that was my favorite too.
My man. Now I got to pick a favorite different thing. No. The way that was shot, there was a lot of things that were like reminiscent of you like Otis Redding?
Yeah.
There's a documentary movie concert film called Shake Live at Monterey. It's about the Monterey Music Festival or whatever. D.A. Panabaker made it along with somebody else. There's shots in that like felt like they were ripped right out of that movie. Not in like I was like, this is reminding me of D.A. Panabaker stuff, which I thought was really cool. D.A. Panabaker. Anyways, very notable filmmaker from back in the day for music and stuff like that. If you've never seen any of this stuff,
I'd check it out.
I recommend you check it out for sure.
You got to send me that name later.
I will. Oh yeah, it's like penne, like the pasta, then baker or something like. It's just an odd. I've never seen it spelled like that. There was something I wanted to mention. Okay, apparently Tom Waits is double jointed in his fingers. So I don't know if you noticed, but during the whole performance, like anytime it would cut to a song when he's on the piano,
I was about to say when he's on the piano, his hands.
It looks like his hands are bent backwards. I was like,
Yeah.
Is he okay? I thought his hands, like one of his hands was messed up or something. I finished the movie and I looked it up, and no, he's just double jointed in all of his fingers.
I figured that's what it had to be, but it's really weird to be double jointed in all of your fingers, right?
I find that, yeah, it's got to
common.
be just like your hands.
Yeah,
double
I mean, of
jointed.
course it would be this guy. That is
Yeah.
double jointed in all of his fingers.
His little mustache that he has the whole time. I thought there was something about it that was just super funny, like this pencil thin. It almost looked like it was drawn on, in a way.
The mustache is funny. Yeah.
The mustache is funny.
Yeah. Yeah, you already talked about the fits. They're great.
His fits are great. He's throwing a fit.
What about all the different roles he plays in this? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, he's got like
He's a ticket guy, right? What do you call?
a ticket guy. I think that is the official term.
yeah. What is he? What do you call that? Like he's
The ticket booth operator.
yeah that
You know, ticket taker.
ticket taker.
Ticket taker. So it starts out. The movie starts out in this loose. If you want to, I mean, this is just a concert film, but there is like a loose plot in the middle of it. It's like this guy's trying to sleep. And so is that supposed to be Tom Waits, or is it supposed to be like that Zach character? Because, the beginning of the movie, opens up with a spoken word like piano piece.
Yeah.
Where he's talking about his wife, like, she doesn't talk much and this, none of that. Frank's Wild Years, I believe it's what it's called. And then he's flipping through the channels, and as he's flipping, it flashes and it shows like a different face of Tom Waits. And I'm assuming those are the different fits, like the different performances.
It's the different characters, right?
Yeah. Are they different characters, or is it just Tom Waits the whole time? I don't know. But either way.
I feel like he's... well...
Because, like, that is a character. Like, the guy sleeping, like, that's like a... This is like a little weird, surreal character right there.
Yeah, it feels very much like watching a play.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, so, like, there's not a lot of production details in this. He's only credited as playing himself.
Yeah, literally, just as Tom Waits.
But I feel like these are different characters.
For sure, the way it's structured, it just seems like he's got every stage production seems like it has a different like personality. Like when he's in the white suit, he's all sweaty and he doesn't look like he has a mustache. He's got his glasses on and he's like hunched over a piano and he's just cracking jokes the whole time and he's just like talking like that. Whereas
it's interesting though that he has such a deep, gravelly singing voice.
Very boisterous, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes when he talks, it's not anywhere near as deep. Did you notice that?
He's just talking like in a whisper. He's just.
Well, yeah, but sometimes it doesn't feel that deep though. I didn't realize that his speaking voice was not as deep as the singing voice. I think that's interesting.
Oh, it is very interesting. I mean, I think I saw somewhere where I was reading about it that as this album, the live album and the movie came out, his voice actually, like, he could start going into a lower register or something. Like, he, like, got a lower tone in his voice. So if you listen to, like, the recorded tracks that he's already made, that he's sang in his concert film, like, they're very different. Not even just because they're, like, live. It's like he's, like, hitting, like, this, like,
oh, yeah,
like,
he's
low,
a lower octave.
Yeah, like, low. I thought it sounded really cool. I thought his vocal control seemed to be crazy.
Yeah, like his singing is an acquired taste, but there's so much skill to like keeping it, keeping control of it, like you said.
Yeah,
the way he does.
He's got. It's like would you say is he staying in pitch and key?
Whatever?
Yeah, he's not flying all over the place while also
he's
flying
not wavering.
all over the place. He's not wavering. That's
I guess that's
the better word.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the word. It's a word.
A better than what I was saying.
Yeah, it's a word I'd use. But yeah, I mean, he is staying in key. Like, yes, but
I mean, most people, I feel like, I mean, hell, but when I got here, I've been trying to mimic him the whole time, and I'm just flying all over the place. It's almost impossible to keep it like that.
You got a good impression. I wish I would have kept those test takes of getting the audio right, where you do the Tom Waits impression.
Oh my god! If you're lucky, I'll throw it out here in a minute. But no, I was
you almost sang Steve's Lava Chicken when we did the Minecraft episode. You stopped yourself.
I did. I had to stop myself.
You gotta sing in every episode. You gotta find a way.
I just break out into song because I'll do that at home. So then I'm. It's like, I don't know, the ADHD hits me or something, and I just start singing.
You're staying true to who you are.
I know. Did you like the colors in this movie? The way that everything was lit?
A lot of red, a lot of black.
So I looked it up. Apparently, now this is not from an official source. This is like from Reddit. So just bear with me here. But apparently, Tom Waits is colorblind. I like passed out before I fact checked that, and then went to work this morning.
Well, if he is colorblind,
these are the colors that he can see. That's what I was getting at. This film, the color gradient, the color palette of the film are a lot of the primary colors that he sees when you're colorblind, because everything's kind of muted or whatever.
Yeah.
And you only see like certain ranges of the color. So apparently that was the reason for all the red lights, all the yellow lights and stuff like that. I thought that was very interesting. I thought it was very cool.
I'd never heard that he was colorblind. But.
See, I've never heard that either. And I was just like, And then he's got some, I don't know if he experiences, what's it called, synesthesia? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not familiar. What is that?
Synesthesia. Are you pulling it up on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I think it's like you can smell colors.
Mixing of the senses.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
A perceptual phenomenon where stimulation of one sensory pathway triggers involuntary experiences in another.
So I think he has.
You can smell colors.
Yeah. So it's my understanding. I think he has experiences with that potentially, and he's also colorblind.
I'm curious. I'm not super familiar with all the different types of color blindness. I feel like there's two, right? There's like the one where you mix up your blue and your greens, and then I guess he must have the other one.
Yeah, I think it's there's like red blue or red green. What'd you just say?
Where you mix up your blue and your green.
Blue, blue green is blue green colorblind, and then like red something colorblind, and I think there's actually one more, but it's like incredibly uncommon.
I know that like you don't mix up red and yellow or red and green, and that's why they use those ones on the stoplight.
Yeah,
or whatever traffic lights.
Yeah,
unless at some point we develop, we evolve.
We can't see red, yellow, or green.
So we all just
we just see orange.
But it's very sudden. We all just wake up one day.
Yeah, no, I've actually got people in my family. They're very colorblind. Like, a story about my uncle's like, guys, there's this beautiful car up the road. It's like red. He's like saying it's red or it's black or something like that. He was like 17, 16. So he hauls my grandparents up there, my mom and one of my uncles. He's pointing out like a hot pink, like muscle car, and they're like, "Dude, that is not whatever color you said it was."
That happens to me often. I've had, people tell me something is, I got this shirt that I think it's like mustard yellow.
Okay.
But people tell me it's brown. I don't know.
I mean, okay.
Maybe I'm just fucking stupid. I don't know. I was like, maybe that's not a color blindness thing.
Jesse said, I can't tell the difference between yellow and brown.
Maybe I just didn't learn my colors in elementary school because my dad, I was too busy listening to Tom Waits with my dad.
Yeah, man.
Now that I'm thinking about it, that was a joke. I didn't indulge in Tom Waits too often as a child.
I was about to say 7 years old, just smoking a cigarette, listening to Tom Waits.
But my dad did listen to Tom Waits a lot. And now that I am thinking about it, I'm thinking like 6, 7 years old. Maybe a few years after that, actually. Our flat screen TV got stolen. And my dad was like, screw that. I'm not buying another one. And so he just bought a projector and put a sheet up. And that was the TV for like ever. For like 10 years, that was the TV. And I'm thinking back right now, and I feel like I can remember parts of this movie being projected on that sheet on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to ask your dad about that.
Yeah. I mean, he for sure has seen this.
Oh, yeah.
So it could very well be that this was playing in my house as a child.
Oh, it's possible.
And that's why I didn't learn. I was spending too much time watching Big Time, as a 9-year-old, and I didn't learn my colors in school.
I don't know shit about mustard.
I don't know shit about mustard.
Another thing about watching this movie, apparently, Jesse, this movie came out, not apparently, this movie did come out in 1988, but apparently it only came out on VHS.
Yeah, I was going to ask if this got a theatrical release, if you knew that, because I couldn't find anything.
I believe like it had like a small one because I think it made like a $150 box office or something like that. 150,000. It made $100. No. Like Europe and Japan, I believe, got they got Laserdisc and they got VHS, and I believe they got one more format. I could be wrong about that, but then in the U.S. they only got one format, VHS. Until like the 2010s, they only thought that they thought they had no print of it. Like they thought they had lost the 35 millimeter print. Like they thought there was no way that they could scan it again.
That they only had these VHS copies.
Basically, yeah. That's okay. From what I learned.
But they found it then.
Yeah, then they found it in the 2010s, and I believe that is why we now have it on digital. Streaming.
We wouldn't have gotten on. I guess if we had it on streaming without them having that, it would be like a VHS rip. It'd be like kind of full quality, right?
Did you watch it on Amazon Prime or did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing about this movie is it looks like it's in full screen. The square, like almost square. It looks like it's in full screen. You can tell it. So it's shot on film, but it's got some kind of. There's something about the scan. It looks like from Amazon to me. I mean, what the fuck do I know? It just looked like it was a lower quality scan. Not necessarily from like a VHS tape, but it wasn't the original like print.
Well,
or it was like a really bad scan of the original print.
Yeah, I mean, or just that. I mean, it was. I mean, this is a low budget, indie-esque movie. You know, I mean, it could be that the film, if they lost the film, it could be that it, you know, was not kept in great conditions.
It's very possible.
And, you know,
it's very possible. That kind of brings me to a point I've been mulling over in my head. Like this, now that they've found that original print, like obviously it takes money, and there's probably a million things they'd have to like jump hoops through, just like music wise, like trying to get the rights for stuff and stuff like that. But this deserved like the treatment that Stop Making Sense got last year. I feel like.
Yeah,
And I'm not the originator of.
I mean,
this
is for weirder folk.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, among the weirdos, this deserves that treatment.
And I guess what I mean by that is not necessarily, you know, the widespread. Well, I won't say widespread, but you know, the limited release that Stop Making Sense got. Just like they take that original 35 millimeter print or whatever, and they scan it and they like restore it, and like it just deserves to be restored because the quality, the version that we have, is just
It was free. You don't have to pay for it.
Oh no, I'm not. You know, but
yeah, I see what you're saying. Maybe I mean 3 years will be the 40th anniversary, so maybe.
Dude, maybe that would be really cool. That would really be cool. I think it deserves it. I mean, like imagine they rescan the print and they get it to like 4K or something close to 4K. They remaster the audio. They just, I mean, dude, those blacks and reds would pop. I know it's just black on the screen, but like there's one part of the show when he's playing on that piano in his white suit, and he's like taking up the bottom left-hand corner, and there's a red light right here, and then it cuts out around him, and then like 85% of the screen is just black. You can see just the age of the film on it. Really, I don't know if it was just. I really think again it comes back to I think the way that it was scanned.
Yeah, whatever. Do you think that if it was restored, that might look?
It would
different?
be clearer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like obviously, like when you're pointing a camera into darkness, like the sensors. Like I'm not going to get into the weeds about that, but you know, like the sensors like can't pick up all the light or whatever, so it starts filling in holes and it starts looking grainy and it starts looking kind of blocky. I think with the technology that we have now, if they took that original print that they ended up finding in the 2010s, they restored it, I think it could be like, for the weirdos for sure, but it would be beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it would be beautiful.
I do think sometimes watching things like this with a little bit of graininess is there's a bit of charm to it. But I mean, I definitely would not, you know, protest it being restored. Because, you know, I'd love to see it.
See, the thing
I'd love to see it the way that it was intended to be viewed to begin with.
Right. Like, imagine, like, the way that you saw it, like, in the theater. Like, that, like, the film projector.
Yeah.
Like, that would be, like, the cleanest, like, that would be the cleanest way you could see it. And if you can restore it to look like that and, like, make it more high def, because it's still going to have that grain on it because it's film, you know? But that was I didn't originate this point either. I saw this. Tom Waits fans are, like, they want it. They want this movie.
Yeah.
Because I went on a little rabbit hole.
I noticed it was very popular with his fan base. Like, it was a big...
Yeah. If you Prime, I think it only has, like, 3 ratings. When I watched it last night, like the stars.
What?
Yeah.
3?
Like the stars.
Oh, 3 out of 5 stars.
No. I'm saying 3 reviews.
That's crazy.
Because if you go to, like, any other movie, they've got, like, 2.1 or something like that. Like, it's like, you know, it'll be, like, 4.5 stars.
Yeah.
It's like, that means, like, 2.1K viewers reviewed the movie through Prime.
But this has 3...
When I watched it last
reviews.
night, it had the number, like, it was less than 5. Like, that means that, like, less than 5
crazy.
people have taken the time to review it after watching it on Amazon.
I wonder if it's on anything else, maybe, that most people see it on. Or...
I don't think so. I only recently got a notification, probably from Letterboxd or something, that told me it came out on streaming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so.
that's why. And it was, like, on my brain, and I was like, oh, my God, it's, you know, and I was like, doing it for this. I was like, it's the time. It's time we knock it out. Time we knock it out. Do you want to go through and do some like?
I got a quote here that I was going to read because he said some funny shit.
We touched on that earlier. He's hilarious.
He's hilarious, and you know, apparently he was. I guess let's see. He was born in '49. This was shot in '87 on that tour, so that means he was 38 then. Yeah. Right. Dude, he looks like that age for like 30 years. I feel like 10 years, 15 years before that, he looked the exact same. Yeah. In the 90s, he looked the exact same as that. Like, I mean, he, you know, in, you know, the 2000s, you see pictures of him. He's, you know, he's an old man. But
yeah.
But I feel like he looked at like this age for a really long time.
No, I think you're right. I was looking him up last night, obviously, I was reading through it, and like, I was like, damn, he's just not that, you know, I mean, time is a thief, right?
Yeah.
So he's like 75, 76 now.
Yeah.
I don't think he tours anymore.
Yeah,
If he does, it's like one-off shows or something like that.
Yeah, I
don't know,
mean-
it bums me out. But I mean, this is like such a.
he's heavy drinker, right?
Was he? Oh, I did not know that.
I mean,
I mean, one
listen
would
to him.
assume.
Yeah,
One would
well,
assume.
look at him. Listen,
You
I
know.
mean, I just imagine he's a heavy drinker, heavy smoker, and
I
I
was
feel
say,
like
he come up in the folk scene in the '70s. He's got to be into
he's-
something, right? That carries with you throughout your life.
it's interesting that he came up in the folk scene like a decade after Bob Dylan, and kind of how different their paths. They start out more similar than
Yes.
they end up. It's
That is
interesting.
so true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's almost I don't know if the comparison is to be drawn this closely, but it's like the Beatles and the Stones or whatever.
Well, you could anybody that comes from the same scene, you could technically draw like a point of like divergence.
But I got this quote that
Yes.
I saved. He says, "I think the question I get asked the most is, well, I don't know. It happens a lot, enough that I would remark on it. A lot of people come up to me and say, is it possible for a woman to get pregnant without intercourse? My answer is always the same. I say, listen, we're going to have to go all the way back to the Civil War. Apparently a stray bullet actually pierced the testicle of a Union soldier and then lodged itself in the ovaries of an 18-year-old girl who was actually 100 feet from him at the time. Well, the baby was fine. She was very happy, guilt-free. Of course, the soldier is a little pissed off. When you think about it, it's actually a form of intercourse, but not for everyone. Those who love action, maybe." I was like, what?
Dude,
I don't care if that's true or not. That's just a wild thing to say.
It was so funny too, man. It was. I wasn't expecting it.
No.
I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting him just futzing around on the piano and start saying that.
I think the thing that he said, the way that he's playing the piano and kind of just looking around while he's is good. This is I don't know if this was meant to be a comedy, but
I think he's just so charismatic and funny. Already.
yeah, it works as one.
I recommend you watch him in Down by Law, Jim Jarmusch.
Yeah, I need to. I've been
It's
recommended that a few times.
It's got John Lurie in it, and I'm forgetting the other guy's name. But anyways, I mean, he's basically just playing Tom Waits, but he's so cool, man. He's just something about his delivery. He's so funny.
What was your favorite song?
My favorite
guess-
track.
I'm gonna get it's the last one, right? Because you mentioned. Black
You
Mirror.
think? I mean, Big Black Mariah is probably. There's 20. I believe I counted 20 songs he goes through in this film.
Yeah, I had it pulled up a second ago. Let me.
I think Big Black Mariah is top 5, maybe top 3. But I actually made a playlist on the way up here of all the songs that are in the movie, and I'm stuck between. I really love. Where's it at? Cold Cold Ground.
That's a good one.
16 Shells in a 30-06. I really like that one.
I like. I'll take New York.
I'll Take New York.
Yeah.
Man, there was something about those numbers he did that were, would you call them like cabaret? Like kind of like da 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 da.
Yeah,
He has like 2 or 3 in the movie.
I could see that. Yeah.
They were at the beginning of them. I was kind of like, I don't know if I was like, this kind of breaks up the pacing, and then but then you just watch him and he just keeps going. He's like a wind-up toy, man. He just keeps going and keeps going.
And like you said, he's so charismatic that I think that, yeah, this might not be the kind of song that I would really want to hear from an artist, but when he's doing it, I'm like, I was sold.
I mean, yeah, he's like ballroom dancing with the microphone stand, and he's like bench pressing it at some point. I mean, he's like squatting with it and like holding it and just like swinging lights around while he's singing. It's just.
I wonder if he, that kind of stage presence. I wonder if that was something that he had early on, or if that was, I've never seen any other concert films or live footage of him. So is that something that maybe came later with, his...
The 80s? I think
Yeah.
it might have come with the 80s. I think this movie is a product of him moving forward from, I guess, his original point to his more experimental and just wide genre covering musical sound that he had.
You just said like something very official. I'm like, I don't know what to say other than, yeah, it makes sense.
Then I'm gonna keep going on about these songs. I've got so many, dude. Rain Dogs. I fucking love Rain Dogs. Rain Dogs is a great track. Cold Cold Ground, already said. Train Song, I think is a great one. And where's the other one at? Way Down in a Hole. Another.
I'm trying to think of which one.
Way Down in a Hole. He's like, I guess we should get to the religious bits now. It's the fourth song,
okay.
third or
Yeah,
fourth
yeah.
song. And he's and he's like stomping and he's like swinging the light around. Oh man, it's great. It's just I thought all of it was just great. The electric performance for me. I had a great time with all the tracks. What are your top ones? You only got a few. You got a bunch of them.
Yeah,
he said I liked them all.
I said, I'll take New York.
Yep.
I was a fan of the first song, which Frank's Wild Years, where he
that
did
little
the spoken word
piece. Oh, that was really cool.
Yeah, I like that. This is what he's talking about his wife. I thought that stuff was pretty good. Train Song.
Train Song.
That's a big one, though,
Yeah,
right? That's
I'm
like
pretty sure it is.
It's a pretty famous one.
It's a beautiful song.
I like that one. I was looking at the track list. Yeah, I mean, Big Black Mariah is really good too.
It's
a good closer. It works.
It really was.
Yeah, it works as a good closer.
I was kind of hesitant. The song before it, "You're So Innocent," "When You Dream," is that what it's called? The very last, it's the one right before.
Yeah,
Big
Innocent
Black-
When You Dream.
Innocent When You Dream. I was like unsure about that one too, but man, that was a really pretty song. I liked it. I thought I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting it. And I thought that was going to be the end of it. I almost wish, just with how lively and crazy Big Black Mariah is as a song, like I kind of wish we would have saw him perform that. Rather like have it, because it's like that weird. I don't want to call it weird, but it's just like kind of an odd pullback from the ticket taker man. Sorry, and just pulling back and it just plays Big Black Mariah as the credits roll, just like slowly zooming out. It's actually played on a loop. I don't know if you noticed that. I did because I watched it twice. But
Wait, it's played.
the video is played on a loop because
Of him at the.
in the ticket booth,
Yeah, yeah.
like because like by the
I
end
thought you
of
were talking about the
movie-
song, and I was
No,
like,
no,
no.
no,
I was
no.
like,
He's like, no, I listened. It's like, no, it wasn't.
I was like, what was it?
I guess-
I watched the movie 1.5 times. I didn't get to the end the second time.
Right. Okay.
So I was like, I didn't think so.
Yeah, no, it was like something like it's like playing Big Black Mariah, and he zoomed out, and when it fully zooms out, you could see this car come by in the window, and then it like cuts, and the car's gone, and then you see
comes
like
back later.
5 seconds later it comes back. So that I guess he could only be sitting in that booth for a limited amount of time or something like that.
He was getting tired of it.
They were like, man, we got to get out of here, like because like they stop it like when the song ends, and it's like it rolls the Sony digital like the audio barcode.
Yeah.
And the movie's over. It cuts, and then a woman walks out of the theater, like totally just not on set. Like she's just some woman just coming out of the very far left. I don't know why I noticed any of that, but I was just sitting there watching it, and I was just like, because I was trying to figure out who this Chris Blum guy was, Chris Bloom, whatever. But no answers were shown to me.
Just the Billy Joel video. That's it.
Just that. No, nothing else was alluded to me here.
Yeah. I wonder when you mentioned that he didn't have any other credits. Really, it makes me wonder. Like, did Tom Waits really direct this, and then he kind of gets somebody that, like, it's like a ghostwriter situation. You know,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like, get someone that
Yeah,
can go through the motions, but it's like really it was his.
it was his idea.
Yeah.
That's kind of that, dude. That's what I was trying to get at, like way earlier when we were talking about this, because I kept saying stuff and like you know what I'm saying, because it's like you said, it's like it feels like Tom Waits had this whole thing, and he's like, I've got this whole stage idea. He's like, I need you to, and then they helped bring it to life, but he like made it. You know what I mean? Where everyone else had a job to fulfill.
But yeah, this is good. This is good. This is a good recommendation. I'm glad we did this.
Dude, I am too.
I don't know that I had ever heard of that. I didn't know of his existence, probably because it was only on VHS,
Right.
You know, for most of our lives. But yeah, this is pretty good. Is there any more concert films for? You know, does he have any more concert films?
In the vein of Big Time, I do not believe. I think he's probably got like some documentaries and some some
Okay.
live things like that, kind of like the Lou Reed thing I sent you. But like, I don't think like in the way of like the Big Time, like that big arty, like
Yeah.
concert film. I don't think it was.
I'm trying to think, like, you know, there's Stop Making Sense,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this. Is there anything major like this? I mean,
I mean, I don't know if you'd consider it major, but there was. Let's see. I remember something me and my cousin watched that was a concert film. It was Metallica, back in the 2010s or 2015s or something, the mid 2010s.
Metallica in the 2010s concert film sounds terrible.
I know. But it had like a narrative to it while the film was playing the music or something like that. But I can't remember if it was technically like an actual concert or just music. Anyways, I'm getting lost in the weeds.
Speaking
here.
of Metallica,
I don't know.
I'd heard like Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets.
And
I knew Enter Sandman from the Black Album, right?
Yeah. But
everybody, I thought the Black Album was like really loved, and it is. Right? I mean,
probably by like people that came out when it came out.
I never. It's like their biggest album, right?
Commercially, yeah.
Yeah, I would say I never had listened to it all the way through. I just heard like one or two songs from it.
Enter Sandman, Wherever I May Roam, or whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay, so their number one song on YouTube Music, and it's the number one on Spotify too, is like a slow song from the Black Album. That is the worst shit I've ever heard. Like,
Nothing Else Matters?
Yeah, dude, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe
God.
that like this album was so loved, because I listened to more songs of this album on the cover album that like all the artists did like 4 or 5 years ago than I had the actual album until the other night.
Jesus, dude.
And I was like, man, what happened to the band that did Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets?
Oh yeah, no.
Anyway,
I'm about to say I'll join you on that rabbit hole trail, whatever. Getting older is realizing that they stopped being good a long time ago.
Yeah,
a really long time ago.
I'm not even big on metal, and like, I think that some of those riffs though early on is man. There's a reason that people love them. You know what I'm saying? Like those are some good.
Oh yeah,
good songs. But anyway,
to get back to your point from prior that I got on Metallica with, I can't really think of another concert film. I mean, I'm thinking of the stuff that D.A. Panabaker made, but how much was that?
We got to stop making sense.
Oh, I was about to say, you know what that means? Is we have to watch Stop Making Sense now.
Yeah, I've seen that like 5 times, I think.
Yeah, dude, we gotta do it.
I wanted to go see it in theaters when they had it, because they had it in theaters right last year or year before.
Yes, yeah, 2024 I think was the year that they did it.
Anyway, you got anything else to say about this?
Let's see.
We're at the 45-minute mark.
Dude, I love it. You're gonna love it. Big time.
I'm gonna love it.
You're gonna love it.
I already love it.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.